What up? What up? It's your boy Street Justice, and we got another episode of Triple Threat Thursday for you guys. This week, as always, got my boy HXG Ralphie
What's up?
and my boy Hex P Trip.
What up, what up?
And today's topic is going to be gamer essentials. And by gamer essentials, we're talking about the things that gamers need to be able to compete at the best level possible for wherever they are or whatever they're doing, whether it be casual gaming, competitive gaming, just like what you need to communicate and interact through the gaming world. Um, one of the big things in the gaming essentials arena is a lot of people put a lot of time and effort in figuring out what type of monitors they're using for their gaming. So I guess we'll start right there. Monitors. What do you think of, Ralphie and Trip, as far as monitor setups go?
Trip, you want to take this?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I'll go ahead, I guess, take the lead on this one. Monitors is definitely something that's definitely useful when it comes to gaming. Whether it's like Kevin already said, whether it's casual or whether it's competitive. It actually depends on what you should probably get. If you're more of a casual gamer, you can probably go with standard TV, in my opinion. You don't really need a monitor in that instance. But if you are playing a competitive, or if you do want that one up, that edge over the other pub stars, a monitor is needed. What I personally play with is a BenQ. It's a 24-inch and has a 1 millisecond response time, I believe. And that's personally what I would choose. I do have an Asus as a 1 millisecond response time as well, and that's what I pretty much use. I switch off in between. It just depends on my days, what I want to use and stuff like that.
Yeah. And for those of you who are wondering actually what MS stands for, MS is stands for milliseconds. The response time, the lower millisecond MS, like you said, Trip, your BenQ has a 2 MS response time, I believe.
No, it has a 1.
One?
Yeah,
One?
me and
It's very
Trip
good.
have the same monitors, and we got the highest of the high.
Yeah, that means all it means is that when your gaming console or your PC, whatever you're playing on, is going to have a faster response time, which is always better in competitive versus normal TVs. Why people use monitors over TVs to game is because of that response time. Normal TVs,
Your average is about 5 milliseconds.
yeah, normal TVs have higher. One of the things
TVs can get really high, actually.
Yeah, one of the things about TVs and monitors in general that I want to point out is I hear a lot of people playing on big screen TVs and these monstrous flat screens, which is not necessarily the case. Bigger is not better in this instance. I play on Oh god, I play on a 22-inch Vizio right now, but I also have a 24-inch monitor for my computer that I use sometimes, which is always great. I like to stay in the between the 21-inch to the 27-inch range. That way, your eyes don't have to move all the way around the map and adjust, or I should say, screen. And adjust.
Yeah, I have like I stated earlier, the 1 millisecond BenQ, and then I also, for my second monitor, I have a 2 millisecond Samsung, and I love both my monitors. I got one for my casual gaming and then one for my competitive gaming, and it's doing me due diligence. I really like my dual monitor setup I got going right now.
Something else I actually want to point out is the reason why we are putting an emphasis on the response time is, as it says, the response time. It's the time it takes from we'll call it the message that goes from your system or the internet or whatever to your monitor, right? And correct me if I'm wrong.
It's the amount of time it takes. It's the amount of time it takes from the image to get from the end of the cords of your system to the front of your screen.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
if
Yeah,
it's
that's right.
a standard television screen, for like a smaller television screen, you're looking at around a 5 millisecond response time, and then to your high-end gaming monitors, you're looking at a 1 millisecond response time. It may not sound like that much, But in competitive gaming, you try to get the edge wherever you can. So that's why it means a lot to us, and we all play on smaller monitors rather than large TVs.
Yeah, it allows you to actually see the person that mill of a second faster than, let's say, your buddy who's sitting right next to you who may have a 5 millisecond versus your one.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. One of the things that I want to talk about, that I want to touch on, the new hot thing that's going around is comfort when you game. A lot of people investing a lot of money
Oh yeah.
into
Like
their
this guy.
comfort, meaning their chairs. As you know, when you go on those long grinding sessions, whether you play competitive or casual, when a new game comes out, sitting in a rickety old chair, office desk chair that's $50 is not always fun.
Not gonna cut it nowadays.
And yeah, you'll see a lot more of these pro gamers, whether it be on the console scene or the PC side. The new it thing is the DX racer chairs, made by the company DX Racer, obviously. And Trip actually has one, and I am so jealous of Trip. But it actually...
Trip said he was buying me one for my birthday, so it's fine. We're good, guys. You guys all heard it here. Heard it here first.
Too bad I don't know when your birthday is, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's
November 26th. We're all
it's
good.
the
Edit that out.
it gaming chair, and you can tell a huge difference, can't you, Trip? When you sit in it and play, you're not over there hurting or stressing out. Your body feels perfect, and you can actually just...
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I actually just got done yesterday. Actually a couple days ago. Going through an 8-hour stream, just straight gaming marathon, and I sat in my DX Racer the whole time. And compared to my old chair, whether it was my couch or something, where after a couple hours your ass starts to hurt, I was sitting there like I was comfy as F. Like I was sitting there, didn't I?
So you want to say ass, but you can't say fuck?
Yeah.
You're comfy as fuck.
Yeah, my comfort level was definitely at a maximum. That's all I'm saying. Like I sat there grinding through it. I didn't have to worry about adjusting because I have too much pressure on one side of my ass or whatnot.
You said you grinded through it and your booty do?
Yeah.
Your booty do
I'm
appreciate
set.
it?
My booty was definitely appreciating that.
Oh my Yamaka, you need to stop.
All right, do you have anything else you want to add
as
on that?
far as I'm kind of biased to chairs. I work for an office furniture install company, so I see like all the top chairs in the world. Herman Miller Aeron chair, bang. Herman Miller and body. Those are two of the most amazing chairs in the world. Check those out if you want to. They're pretty expensive, but they're awesome. So those are two other really good chairs.
Yeah, exactly.
I spent a lot of time in them.
I think the biggest... Sorry to cut you off, Trip, but I think the next biggest gamer essential, besides being, unit specific as far as console or PC gamers use different types of controllers, whether it be Scuff on the console or whether it be Razors on the PC side, is a universal, is the headset. And
oh yeah,
there's always a huge debate of the headsets, which one's best and which one's not. I've figured out that headsets are a gamer essential first and foremost.
Gamer must.
They're a must-have.
First and foremost, but they really are also dependent on what you majorly play on. If you go play Counter-Strike Go,
if you're casual or not too, because that plays a huge factor as well.
Yeah, if you go play Counter-Strike, the Counter-Strike pros won't be using the same headsets as the Call of Duty guys. It's really specific to where you want to do most of your gaming, if you're a console guy or a PC guy, but
it's also preference, to be honest, though.
Mainly also the game also determines it too. Like for games that are more like you're talking about Halo, where it's a game where you hear people running around the whole time no matter what. It's not as important to have a headset that sound cancels and completely drowns you out as it would be for a Call of Duty, where you could hear, like, it gives you an extreme advantage if someone is not using dead silence or you all across the map. So it really depends.
Yeah, and coming from my audio video lighting background, I can touch on the technicals of the audio part of the headset. The biggest thing is the mix amp. Pretty much no matter what headset you use, the mix amp is the hub of your headset. You can be using an Astro mix amp and have great quality with a Siberia V2, which is what I use. That's my personal preference. Or what Kevin and Tripp use, which is the Astro mix amp with the, you guys use the A40s, correct?
I
I
use
had
the
the
A40s.
A40s that I loved, and now I'm using the X7s that are okay. Um, they're a good headset. It's just comfortability wise, I'm not the biggest fan. It's partially because I got a big old dome, and if like after sitting in them for a couple hours, it feels like real tight on my head. But it sound quality and the way it works and everything is perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, the biggest thing is when you get a headset, and for most consoles, you do this now. It runs through your mix amp. You'll get higher quality audio through the optical cable in the back of your PlayStation, Xbox, GameCube, Wii, whatever you use, from a audio standpoint. And then it's just all preference on what headset. A lot of the console guys prefer the Astro mix amp. You know.
I would have to second that motion.
Yeah,
have
it's
the
really easy.
I have the Turtle Beach mix amp, and it's too much. The Astro one keeps it nice and simple, and it's just straightforward, and boom, bada bing, bada boom, done.
Yeah, I mean it's all preference, but if you guys get anything out of this video today, the gaming essentials we want to say first and foremost is a good headset. If you can't hear anyone moving around the map and you can't sound whore a little bit, then
You're at a disadvantage.
you're just putting yourself at a disadvantage. It's not as fun. I mean, even if you're just a casual gamer that wants to play the campaign, listening to stuff in surround sound on your ears, is 20 times better than listening to your stereo TV or your two speakers on your PC. That's the first thing we wanna throw out there. That's a definite must.
Well, let me go ahead and put this little insert in. Even the headset itself, like most of these headsets, you can actually be putting have your iPod or something synced up to it, so you can be listening to music as well as while you're also playing. So you can hear your game audio and whatever, like the sounds, explosions going off, but also be listening to your music at the same time.
That's a very big thing for a lot of casual gamers.
And what I also want to point on, that you brought up a great point there, Trip, is using gaming headsets and what's the difference, people may ask, between a normal headset. So someone may use Beats by Dre if they can somehow finagle it into their console. There's a big difference in
the way they're mixed, the way the headsets are mixed, what they're mixed for.
The way the headsets are mixed for. If you buy a music headphone to listen to music like Beats have a lower hertz for the bass. That's why you hear 20 times more bass with Beats by Dre versus Skull Candy's headsets or others. And gaming's they're EQ'd, they're equalized to a not neutral level, but just a normal, realistic level. They're built for games. That's what we're trying to say.
Or you can hear multiple aspects of the whole game.
Exactly.
As we're coming to an end here, we also want to stress that being comfortable while you game is definitely a big essential, and then what you're viewing your games on is also a big essential as far as your monitors and whatnot. This has been your Street Justice special of Gamer Essentials for Triple Threat Thursday with Ralphie and Trip. We would just like to say thanks. If you guys have any other questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below. If you guys could give us a like, clickety-clack the like button, clickety-clack the subscribe button.
Like it, love it, subscribe to it.
We would really appreciate it. If you have any suggestions on topics or whatnot, let us know, and we'll definitely try to throw them on and just try to do us and have fun. And go from there. And this is week 4 of Triple Threat Thursdays, and this is Street Justice.
This is HXG Ralphie.
This is your boy Trip.
And we're out of here.
The
Peace.